Join me as we climb aboard Amtrak's Southwest Chief for a tour of one of its roomettes. Hey everyone, I am on the Southwest Chief and I just want to give you a little quick room tour. I am in a roomette this trip, so let's go ahead and get started with the tour. Okay, so we're going to start with a place that I keep my luggage, and it's also the steps for the upstairs. So let me move my luggage out of the way so I can show you the steps. So you simply just, use these as steps to go up. But for now, I'm using it as storage for my luggage. Coming back around, we have our two seats. We have one here, and then we have one over on this side, facing each other. Coming back around at night, these will lay down, this will lay down into a bed. So over here we have some controls. We have a little night light right here, or reading light I should say. A reading light here. We have volume control, and this volume control, get a little bit more light on this over here, is a closet. Not much in the closet, but you have washcloths there, and you probably have two hangers in here. If you chose, you could store your shoes down here. So not bad, maybe about I guess about 6 inches of space here. And then you have a coat hook up here. You also have another coat hook right here. And on the opposite side over here, you have a outlet for your plug. You have a temperature control, which is kind of hot right now, so I'm going to try to make it cooler in here. Again, you have another light here. So you do have a table in here, and it just simply, you get these out of the way. It pulls out and up like this, and then you can open it up. So you have a nice size table right here, and just do the opposite to close it. So I did have a little bit of technical difficulties getting the table closed back up. It's convenient to use. If you've never used one before, it does have instructions here for you to use it. You also have your instructions on how to use the emergency window in case you have to exit it in case of an emergency. Hopefully we won't have to do that. So the other thing I want to show you is my pillowcase choice for this trip. So if you've watched my Floridian roomette tour, you would have seen a different pillowcase. I will be here on this train for 2 nights, so I figured why not try to personalize it, add a little color, add a little flavor to the roomettes. So the last thing I'm going to show for the downstairs is the vent up here. So this air control, and you can adjust it. So on here, I don't know if you can see it, but you can open and close the vents. I'm going to open these up a little bit. As I mentioned earlier, it is a little warm in here right now. And this concludes the downstairs tour of our roomette. So quick look at the restrooms. So you have a trash can here, and then your toilet is here in the corner. So toilet in the corner. Up here, you have extra toilet paper, Kleenexes, place for cups, although this doesn't have any cups in it. Your mirror, your light, paper towels, water and soap, and you have toilet seat covers and your toilet paper. And this is your restrooms on the train. And that is it for the bathrooms. Kind of small, but sufficient. So the sleeping car attendant, Cynthia, has put my bed down for me. And I just wanted to give you a quick tour of what the Superliner Roomette looks like in sleep mode. So as I showed you earlier, you have your steps right here to get upstairs. The 2 chairs lay down to make a bed. They provide you a nice blanket, and of course you have your sheets on here. The mattress, they store it up on the top bunk. And when it's ready for bedtime, your attendant will bring it from the top bunk down to give you a little extra cushion. So let's go ahead and head upstairs now and check the upstairs out. Oh, but before we do that, let me just show you. If you were with someone else, riding with someone else, pretty much, this is what it looks like when you're laying in bed and the top bunk is down. Hello, thank you for stopping by my channel. I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing, hitting that like button, and sharing my video with others. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the top bunk when it's laid out. Now, unlike the Viewliner car, it does not have a window up here. Just because, since this is a double-decker train, you don't have as much height in the bedrooms as you do, or the roomettes as you do on the Viewliner. Now, another thing is you definitely don't have the headspace. So I cannot sit up on this, in this upstairs area. Now, it does come with these straps that hook. So in case you roll over on at night, this will prevent you from falling down to the ground. But they do provide you a blanket for up here also. Of course, it has a pillow. I have both pillows downstairs with me. And then you have this net here that if you want to store something in, you also have this little bag here that's a great place to put your cell phone or your or just really anything, snacks or whatever you might want to keep up here. Now, to close this top bunk up, you just grab this handle and pull it towards you, and you lift it up, and it snaps into place. So let's look at it as a solo traveler. When you're asleep in the bed and you don't have to worry about the bunk bed, then you don't have to worry about sitting up in the middle of the night and hitting your head. So lastly, we will look at it with my Twinkling Lights. I did have these at the Floridian, on the Floridian train. So I'm turning the flash back on, so you can kind of see it a little bit better now. But the lights are off in the room, except for my twinkling lights that I have put up. And I also have the night light on. But now I feel nice and cozy. And I'm ready to put my pajamas on and go to bed. Have a good night, everybody. Each Superliner car has a combination changing room shower located on the lower level. Towels and bar soap are provided. There is a counter space and a mirror along with an outlet that you can use to plug in your hairdryer. There's also a bench to sit on while you are dressing, as well as a bag to put dirty towels in when you're done. The first thing I noticed was the pretty etched design in the shower door. Stepping into the shower, there are grab bars to steady yourself since the train will most likely be moving while you're trying to take your shower. Inside the shower, there is body wash, conditioner, and shampoo provided. The shower head is at a good height, especially for a tall person like myself, and it does swivel so you can adjust the water aim. Thank you for watching. This is Soloing Alone.